I'll tell you what, guys, it's been a roller coaster day. I've managed to get here for the live stream. Let me just adjust the volume here. There we go. Hopefully you're coming through loud and clear over the World Wide Web, the mesh of networks across the world, across the globe. Hopefully it's all happening and you can hear me. It's been a tough day. Let me just have a swig of this. Hang on. If ever there was a day where I deserved a nice cold beer, it was today. Whew, we've done it. So video is set to launch probably about 15 minutes or so after the live stream will end. Okay, so new video for today. I'm not going to tell you what it is because, you know, I want to leave you in suspense. I want to leave you in the old suspenders. Let's say hi to all the people that are here and try and keep up with the chat today. Richard Rendell is in the house. How you doing, Richard? Long time supporter of the channel. Good to see you here in the chat. Mr. Jameson's here. The same for you. He's been supporting for a long time here on EDDBUD running shoe reviews. That's what I'm looking for. Willie's here. It's time for Ed. It's Ed time. Kev Burmaster is in the house. He's got the RC Elite V2 on order. I haven't actually ordered it yet because I've got a ridiculous number of shoes here that I need to grind down a little bit. There's about 4 that I've not even got out in yet. I mean, it's just ridiculous, really. So I will pick it up at some point though, Kev. Good to see you here. George in the house. I got a lot of the very sort of regular viewers and fans here today. This is really good to see you guys. And Robin as well. He says, good evening. The Puma DV8 Nitro arrived today. Boston 10's on the way. Amazing. Glad to hear you managed to pick up the Boston 10s. Rob Weatherall in the house. I think Rob got the gold yesterday. I think it was on the video. Well done for that, Rob. First comment. Matt Evans is here as well. Any news on the Boston 10? Not sure when that's going to drop in the UK. Hopefully very soon. If it's anywhere near as good as the Adidas 6, which you guys, I'm loving that shoe. Then yeah, it's going to be a good one. I did read though, it's it's quite a bit heavier. It's going to be a bit more shoe. When you consider the Boston 9, even in my size, is about 275 grams. It wasn't a lot. So everything's getting heavier. Everything is getting heavier. The vibes are getting heavier. Let's keep up, Ged. Come on, let's get to it. Saragon says Ed's going to hit 20k this month. Yeah, I think I'll probably do it in the next couple of weeks. Thanks to all of you that have been subscribing recently and tuning into the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. It really does help out. Please, if you're in the chat now, give this video a thumbs up, like. It helps to push us out to a few more people, and yeah, it just gets us out there. It's good. It's a good thing. Good vibes. Let's have another little of the American IPA. Oh yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. We've got Frank Lahulier. He says, the Boston 10, is it on sale in the UK? I haven't seen it yet. Steve says, not yet, Frank. Lee Sumner's here. He says, hello. Evening, fellow Budsters. Yeah, the Budsters, we are here. Robin says, in some parts of Europe, that you got the Boston 10. It's just not on the Adidas website yet. Very strange. Yeah, Robin's in Germany. I think he's picked them up there. Really great to see you've got those. I think that's going to be a shoe that's going to fly off the shelves pretty quickly. Steve says I saw $140, so money's on $129. Yeah, it should be around about that. I think it's still a really good price for that level of cushion as well. You're going to get Adidas shoes as well. I find them to be really high quality as well. No shabby glue marks and pieces hanging off and all that kind of rubbish. They just always produce a good quality shoe, and that's what we want. Rob Weatherall says, hello young Ed. I don't know if I'm young anymore. I feel pretty tired and old today, but I'm sure a couple of cookies and some Mrs. EDDBUD magic in the kitchen will rejuvenate me after the live stream. So yeah, I don't know what she's going to produce. Probably one of her incredible sandwiches, maybe some the vegetarian ham type stuff, a little lettuce, maybe some mayo. It's going to be good, whatever it is. So maybe she can hear me. Actually, no, she can't. She's just putting the dog out because the dog's going crazy. Matt is in the house. Says Polish pavement pounders unite. I like it. Awesome stuff, Matt. Pete Forster says, yes, Ed, I finally made a live stream with a cool, refreshing recovery amber beverage. Oh yes, I raised my glass. Enjoy. Do you know what, guys? Got to enjoy those simple things in life. We've got to enjoy the simple things. I think that's been taught to us over the last sort of 15, 16 months or whatever. We've got to enjoy those things, enjoy life every day. Every run you go out on, you've got to enjoy it, you know. There's people out there. I know there's a chap not hugely far from me right now. He was an avid runner and he's been hit really hard by COVID, and he's got long COVID and it's just destroyed his lungs. And people are telling me that's not a real thing. Okay, this man was, you know, I really looked up to him. He's really struggling. So yeah, we've got to appreciate life, appreciate the fact that we're healthy and all those good things coming in, like those running shoes. We've got Nate B says howdy, and Ted and Ruth are here. Hello. Goz is here. He says hi Ed, and hi the guys. Got the shades. You needed the shades today in the UK. It was lovely and sunny out there. Elliot's in the house. We have Ozenfant Bactrosa. Says oh hi Ed, evening all. Andreas is here, runner from across the pond. Awesome stuff. Paul is in the house. He's ordering the Nike Invincible this weekend. Fantastic. I hope those work out for you, Paul. I'm going to do a bit of customization on mine soon, using some DIY equipment. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Not right now. I'm not going to do it sort of, you know, I haven't got the workbench up here or anything. But yeah, I'm going to have a little fun with those and fool around with them a little bit and see if I can like improve them slightly. Ed is here. He says, hi Ed, I got the new Forerunner 945 and it's awesome. Yeah, I think it's a big switch up from the Apple Watch. Any Garmin really, I think it's just there's a lot of beneficial things about it. Joe Mullin is in the house. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you here. Hope you're doing fine, buddy. Bendover is here. Are you watching the 5000 at the Florence Diamond League tomorrow? I think I shall attempt to watch it on the net or something if it's available, or if it's on the BBC sometimes on ARMT as we call it over here. It might be available there, so I'll tune in and see some 5,000 metre fire. I like that. That's good. 5,000 metre fire. Christian's here. He says hello Ed. Rob Weatherall says he's got the A6 Hyperspeed on the way. Awesome stuff. The Hyperspeed. Which one is that? The Hyperspeed. Is that sort of like the lower stack, like magic speed? I don't know. There's too many. It's too many. My brain's gone. See Chad Run says I've been so awesome to see your channel grow. Love it and keep it up. Thanks for that, Chad. I do appreciate it. Certainly a lot of hard work and efforts, but when you enjoy doing something, it's a little different, I think. You don't sort of see it as hard work. You kind of just love it and you want more, and then you put more in and more people put something in and it makes something else. So yeah, does that make sense? King 5157, so isn't that an amplifier? Is that an amplifier type 5157? I'm sure it is. Says the Adidas 6 is so nice. Yeah, I'm really enjoying those. I'm going to get back out on those tomorrow morning, definitely. Thomas Villa is here. He says cheers. Willie says, did I make it on time for the shoe giveaway? I'll probably, yeah, I'm going to do a shoe giveaway when I hit 20,000. I'll probably have a couple of different options available. I won't go crazy. I'm not going to be able to offer you Vaporflies or Next% and all that kind of jazz. But I'll certainly be offering some shoes that I really rate on the channel, and I'll try and give away maybe 2 or 3 pairs or something with some type of giveaway. But I want to make it something interesting. I want people to be creative, maybe come up with some ridiculous EDDBUD related poem. Try and include as many different EDDBUD. Yeah, I think I'm kind of coming up with it now, live on air. Here we go. I won't put it out officially, but this will be the general gist of it. It'll be some EDDBUD poem thing, and yeah, just get people to be creative rather than, you know, like the Instagram post or, you know, put your email in an email or something. Oh gosh, just so tired, isn't it? Got to do something interesting. Keep everybody's minds going. Matt Evans says, hey Ed, took your advice on getting the Reebok Float Ride Energy 3. 52 squids, I paid for them. It's the best shoe I've had in my rotation. Amazing. Superb recommendation. Glad you're enjoying that one, Matt. It is a great shoe. I don't quite know how they can produce it for that low. They can't be making an awful lot on it, but it's a great shoe, isn't it? So I'm glad you're enjoying that one, and I helped out a little. Ewan Booth is here. Thanks for tuning in. Again, guys, if you're in the chat and you haven't done so already, hit that like button. It really does help to spread the channel out to a few more people. Rebel D Cats. I like that. I'm not sure what it means, but I like it. He says, hi Ed, greetings from Hanover. Thanks for tuning in. We got Kara Bats here. Says, hi Ed, sweltering from Brooklyn. Yeah, it's boiling here. I tell you what, I'm becoming a bit of a Brooklyn Nets fan. I've been watching a lot of basketball recently. And oh man, I'm really enjoying that forward line. It's just ridiculous. And I know that they've got one of the star players like sat on the bench at the moment. Harden's like out injured, isn't he? So yeah, what a team though. There's some real grit and fight in there. It's been really interesting watching that. So been enjoying watching the basketball in the NBA playoffs there. Brendan's here. He says, I've been watching your vids for a while now. Thanks, Brendan. I appreciate that. I hope they bring you some enjoyment and they're keeping you busy. So that's what life's all about, keeping busy. Got Stephen here. He says, hello, Ed. Hello. Replicants here. We got Chris McLean. He's in sunny East Yorkshire. Yeah, it's been a nice day today. I got out really early this morning. I think it was like 6 o'clock or something. Get some miles in the Saucony Endorphin Pro. There is rhyme to my reason to my rhyme, something like that, I don't know, whatever. I've got the Saucony Endorphin Pro 2, and I want to get some more miles into the first one before I break this one out in the Scotland colourway. That's what they should have called this, the Scotland colourway, because it is basically that, as you can see. And you'll be pleased to know, guys, that they still have kept that all-important garden centre smell. I know that a couple of people commented that the shoe was a little bit more sort of cushioned and squishy. It's because it's new. I think that's what it is. When you've run a load of miles in a shoe, the midsole's going to sort of pack out a bit, isn't it? So I don't think there's any difference whatsoever with the midsole there. It's exactly the same as the first one. Yeah, it was nice this morning. Misty, a little bit of fog. I actually utilised some arm sleeves that Mrs. EDDBUD picked me up for my birthday. I got in a bit of trouble with that because I did buy a cheaper pair, and then she obviously had bought me the Breaking 2 pair for my birthday, and I felt like a bit of an idiot and I should have not bought the others. But they're really great though, and they work really well, very breathable, and yeah, even in some warmer temperatures this morning, they worked incredibly well to keep my arms warm, which is a big problem for me. I'm being a sort of Skeletor-like stick man, made of bamboo and bean poles. I get really cold very quickly. So yeah, having those arm sleeves is a revelation. So now I just need to sort out the top, and we'll be quids in. Talking of quids in, we do have a super chat there from Matt Strickland. Thank you very much, Matt. He says, some of your workouts have inspired mine in the last few weeks. Cheers, Ed. No worries. Thanks, Matt. I'm glad, you know, my workouts are helping out. I try and do things that seem to be improving my fitness and improving my aerobic base and my upper pace. So I'm really glad that's working out for you, Matt. And thanks very much for tuning in and supporting the channel. It really does help. Thank you very much, sir. Let's keep up with some of the chats. I always fall away around about 15 minutes in. I've got to try and keep up with them. Stephen says, prayers for your friend. Yeah, let's hope we get back on the road soon. I do. He is a race organiser in the local area as well. So I'm hoping in the future I can get some type of race sort of thing going. Maybe an EDDBUD style race with them. Flying Fox race company there. They're fantastic. They used to do some brilliant trail races. So hoping that can be a thing once my buddy's back in action. Yeah, let's hope so, because he is an inspirational guy. He really is. Robert says, what am I supping? It is the Aldi Special Harper's American IPA. It's good stuff. Ron Tommy's here. If you're not first, you're last. Awesome. Tom Clow says, even Ed, so I'm late. I'm in the house. My house. He's in his house. Excellent. Thanks for tuning in, Tom. Sarah Gon says, question. we have a question in the house. Here we go. Headwear suggestions for warm weather. Warm weather, please. Yeah, I got it right. Ed, on lightweight cap, iffy road, running cap or mountain warehouse sports direct job. Now, warm weather, I know it sounds mad, but I tend to utilise my tailwind cap, which has also got a piece you can put onto the back to keep the sun off your neck as well. And I really like wearing that. I do look a little bit like Forrest Gump, but that does tend to work well for me. And with that cap as well, you can pour water on top of it, and it just seems to slowly seep in and keep your head a bit cooler. So it does work for me. Otherwise, I just go for the headband, because I've not got a lot of hair. Slap on a little bit of the old sun lotion on the top of my head there, and wear one of the halo headbands, and that does the job. If anyone else has got any good suggestions for caps though, do let Saragon know in the chat, please. I'd be most appreciative. Tom Klaus is in the kitchen, to be exact. Awesome. Annie Allers says, hey, hello there, thanks for tuning in. Paul Kane says, just back in time, 8 miles easy, bit of a breeze to break the humidity. Yeah, it's certainly pretty still and humid out there, certainly in the local area, Paul. Good to get some miles in though, buddy, well done. Mark Weston's here, he says, good evening, Ed, down the chat. We've got David, he says, hello from hot and humid upstate New York. Run Tommy says, humidity's back in Florida, walk outside for a run, start sweating. Yeah, it's a situation here where you can sort of have a shower and then you instantly start sweating, and you just feel the same. You sort of dry yourself and you still feel the same. Yeah, Saragon, I did see about Sage. It's really, I actually shed a few tears when I was watching that, because that guy, certainly for me, he's produced so many great videos about training, and you can pick up on the video here and there, and there's something you can incorporate into your training. And it just devastated me to see that poor guy, like, just not even getting to like a 9-minute mile or something, and he just, thank goodness, that's all I can say, that they figured out what was up with him, and they can do some stuff about that to try and, you know, get him back to where he, well, even just running again safely. So thank goodness that they found that out. There's another super chat there from Carl Johan Bonander. He says, good stuff, should be rewarded. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. It's amazingly generous of you. Thank you. It really does help the channel out. Carl, double thumbs up from the EDDBUD. Willie Diaz says his Rebel 2s are amazing. He's enjoying those. Yeah, I tell you what. The Rebel 2 is the sort of shoe a lot of people picked up as a speed shoe. I've done some commute runs back from my workplace with a big old sack. I've got my Osprey sack with my Surface Pro and a load of clothes and bits and pieces. And I tell you what, the shoe works really well. It worked a lot better than the Liberate Nitro the other day. There's just not quite enough cushion there. When you've got a massive pack, loads of extra weight there, the Rebel 2 was spot on. So not just for pace, I found it really good as a daily type shoe as well. Macbull says, hi Ed, big fan. Managed to catch you online, finally. Awesome, thanks for tuning in. It's much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the videos. Stephen says, hi Ed, any sunglasses recommendations? I like the cheap and cheerful Gooder brand. I can throw them around and they get chucked in bags and sort of trodden on, and they just, you know, they're 25 pounds and they do the job, and they look pretty decent as well. So, and the sort of thing you don't really mind losing or getting a bit trashed. So yeah, they'd be my recommendation. Chris S gives me the elbow bump. I like to see that they've incorporated that into emojis. That's a cool thing. If you're in the chat, guys, you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. The subscribe button. Please hit the like button even. It does help us out a huge amount here. Matt Strickland says, hey Ed, I'm in. Awesome. Awesome Fant says, got me a pair of the Solomon Sensoride 4s. Really liking the 3s. I like the 2. I still use them when my daughter and I go rock climbing. It's a fantastic shoe for that. Really great underfloor. Yeah, Joe Mullin's right. I was thinking of the 5150. There was a band that I used to do some sound for, and a guy had one of those, a very nice sounding amplifier. Thanks for clearing that one up, Joe. I couldn't quite remember. Maybe there was there's something else there. I'm sure there is. Can't remember. Joe says, hello from Chicago. Love the videos. Awesome. Chicago's a place I do want to go. I'll tell you why, because there's Chicago Music Exchange. I really want to go to that place. And just maybe even catch one of the guys that does the videos there. He's a brilliant player called Nathaniel there. What a guitarist that guy is. Gozza says, best budget multi-sports watch. Yeah, 245 or the Pace 2 for me, but the chat I'm sure will give you some extra info on that one. Paul Kane says, Ed, did you I guess catch the qualifiers for the British 10 kilometres? Yeah, I did see. Mo missed out. It was about, what was he, 20 seconds or 22 seconds off of the qualifying pace. Looks like he's injured. So, yeah, he gave it a shot, but didn't quite make it. But the guy... Oh, Jake Smith, I did see that. It did not finish. Yeah, it is sad there. Let's hope he gets another crack at that. Maybe there is some more time to do it. I think it's towards the end of June, isn't it? Where the cut-off is. Stephen says, how many people here have to drive to get to a decent trail? I'm very lucky, Stephen, that literally I can run about half a mile and there's some reasonable trail stuff over there. Someone said to me the other day that what I was running wasn't really a trail. Well, I guess what is then? You know, if you're running on road or you're running on concrete, this is, you know, stones and gravel and all that kind of stuff. There's mud. I mean, it's a complete sludge fest when it's muddy there and it's wet. So I don't know what can't please everybody, can you? But that's as close to a trail as I can get, and it's dead close to me. So, you know, it's good enough to test out a trail shoe. That's what I think. Oh, the Diamond League's on BBC 4. Awesome. Thanks for that, TJL. I appreciate that. So those in the UK, or you've got access to the iPlayer, you'll be able to watch that one on BBC 4. Kev Burmas says, an EDDBUD Hakeu in the works as we speak. Yeah, I think we need to get that rocking, if we can. That'll be good fun. Dave says, I had my New Balance V2s arrive. Not running in them so I can watch the stream. Just kidding, I ran earlier. Yeah, good man, Dave. Hope those work out well for you. Good to see there's some trails near Sea Chad Run. Gavin Clark Music says, hi Ed, any chance of comparison between the Peg 3 and the Innovate? Yeah, that'd be a good one to do. I am intending on getting back out in on that trail maybe tomorrow or Friday. So I'll get some more miles in on the Trail 3, and then maybe Saturday something else in the Innovate as well. So yeah, I'll see if I can maybe incorporate the G270 into that one for you as well, Gavin. So I will make a mental note of that. If I remember the number 23, I can come back to minute 23 and note that down afterwards. Isaac says, every day is a good day. Sending thoughts to your friend. Yeah, awesome, man. I will pass that on. It's very kind of you to say that. Mitchell says, the Energy 3, he's excited to run in them for the first time. 48 Canadian was too good a deal. That's £28. Wow. That is a deal. £28. I mean, over here, what are they? £75 retail. You can pick them up sometimes around about 50 or maybe a little less, I think, if in some sizes. But £28 is incredible. Hope you enjoy those. Isaiah says, hi, I just got power of the Tempo Next percent. Wondering if I should be worried about the durability. I didn't have any major durability concerns with mine. I've got to be honest. They were holding up really well. I know Mark Burton here in Yeovil, one of my buddies, he's been running in them exclusively, really. And I think around about 200 they started to break on the edges of the AirPods. But I don't think he's had any AirPods Go. I think Joe Mullin had some issues with the AirPods, though, with those. Joe Mullin, thank you very much for the super chat there. A happy belated birthday, he says. Thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. It goes into the pot there for, I don't know, some new stuff that's coming in. I'm not going to buy any shoes, maybe for a couple of weeks now. I've got too many things going on. You may have spotted behind you, or behind me even, the A6 Glide Ride 2. So they're here. Got to give those a whirl very soon. And of course we got the Endorphin Pro 2 as well. And somewhere there is another pair of shoes I need to get out in. I'm not going to tell you what those are yet though. Bit of a secret, bit of a mystery. Matt says that's got a strong Reebok look to it with the colourway stripes. Yeah, I think there is actually. It's a similar look. Sean says Boston 10 news, nothing as yet. I know they're out in certain parts of Europe. I know Robin in the chat's picked up a pair. Hopefully he'll give us a little rundown when those arrive. Dennis Yao is in the house. He says, good morning, Ed, from New Zealand. Fantastic. Managed to buy the Boston 10 today, going for my first run this Saturday. Do let us know, Dennis, how those go. I'm very intrigued to find out how they hold up. Certainly a new realm, really, for Adidas. They're really bringing it to Nike, certainly with the pricing of some of the shoes. When you look at the cushion that's going to be perhaps available in the Boston 10, and you match that up against something like the Infinity Run or the Invincible Run, it really is quite a... it's going to be quite a challenge, I think, for Nike to try and keep up with that. I think they're bringing some new things to the scene. It's intriguing and it's certainly exciting. Ancor says, hello. Hi there, thanks for tuning in. Rob Weatherall's into the Endorphin Pro. Amazing smelling shoes. Saucony do the best smelling shoes. Yeah, I wonder what they do. Do they like spray them with something? A special Saucony odour? I'm not sure. AM says, good afternoon from California. Hello. And let's see what else we got. Yeah, AM spotted the Evo. It's not the Evo Ride, that's the Glide Ride 2. So yeah, keen to test those out. I did enjoy the Glide Ride when I had those back. Oh, it's 2019 now, I think. So yeah, it'd be nice to try those out. I did like the cushion. I wasn't so keen on the weight, but we'll have to see how these hold up. Hopefully the tongue's not quite as padded. The tongue on the original Glide Ride was a little bit like one of those Nike Dunk SBs, you know, the massive padded tongue. You guys have spotted it there. Yeah, Joe Mullen says a visor. A visor could work for me, actually. I like that kind of 80s vibes as well with the visor. You guys should tell me what I should do from the 20k subscribers. Like, maybe I do 20 kilometers or something. That might be fun. Or I could do a kilometre in a different shoe, every kilometre in a different shoe. That'd be that's ridiculous. It'd take too long to change them, you know. That's a stupid idea. I'm not going to do that. That's just madness. A beer hat. That's a good one, Andrew. I like it. Oh, bandana is good. Tucking in ice cubes and letting them melt in the heat. I like the sound of that. What else we got going on here? Dennis Yao says, Sean, the Boston 10 midsole is not as soft as the Fuelcell. We'll go for a run to test the shoes out soon. Sheldon says, hello to all my Ed buddies. Awesome, I like it, Sheldon. Thanks for tuning in. Good to see you here. Danny Runs says, hi Ed, first time catching you on the live stream. Awesome, thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had a good run. Andy Young says, hi Ed, considering the Rebel V2 to partner the Endorphin Speed. Use them for anything apart from intervals and racing. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, you could use them. I think you can use the Rebel 2 for pretty much anything, really. I mean, if you've got good strong ankles, I know a few people struggle with fuel where it's just Fuelcell and no plate in there. That they just find it a little bit too unstable. I find the Rebel 2 is a lot more squashy than the original one. Maybe they've changed the formula a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, I think you can do that. A lot of people think I'm crazy for saying that, but I just find the Rebel 2 a nice, light, kind of easy-going shoe. I don't think you need to run particularly fast in it. A lot of these shoes, I don't think you get a lot of people say you only get the benefit from the carbon plate at such and such a speed or something like that. I think the carbon plate in a lot of these shoes is there to try and stabilize the foam. And there's been a lot of papers where it's suggested that actually the foam is the main thing that really gives you a bit of benefit. So yeah, that's where I stand on that one, I think. Stephen C says, how am I managing in the heat? It's warm up north at the minute. Yeah, I've been trying to get out very early, Stephen, get some miles in early, and then just some easy stuff later in the day if I can. That seems to work pretty well. Yeah, I'll do that again tomorrow. I'll get the vest on, the arm sleeves and the shades, and just get out really early. You know, it's 5:30, 5:45, something like that. That seems to work for me. But yeah, it's warm in the UK at the moment. People are enjoying it. The cat, Beast, where is Beast? Beast is sort of lying on an audio mixer at the moment that's over on the floor there. But she likes the heat. She just sort of lazes around and enjoys it. But yeah, it's certainly warm. I'm getting used to it, I think. Joe Mullins giving me another super chat there, guys, and says 20k with a different shoe on each foot. Oh, blimey. I'll tell you what, Joe, I am my left leg is actually a little longer than my right, so if I got the stack heights just right, it might work. It might sort of equalize me out a little bit. So that's a good one, man. I like it. Yeah, Mrs. Edberg gives me some strange looks at the best of times, so that would really take the biscuit. Stephen doesn't think they have Gooders in the States. I'm sure you can get Gooders over there. I know Kafuzi likes rocking the Gooders, doesn't he? Yeah, I'd definitely do a run video with Kafuzi if I was over in Chicago. It's definitely happen. Hopefully that can happen, you know, in the reasonably near future. It'd be lovely to meet up with Mike, and then we can go and have one of those burgers that he used to eat on a Friday before he went to do his uni stuff, his uni lecturing. I'd love to do that. I used to sit watching those videos of him eating those burgers thinking, man, that looks so good. It looks so good. Because it reminded me of me, like here, when I'd nip off to get some sort of burger or something at lunchtime before I had a lesson. And teaching a lesson and stuff. So yeah, sort of kindred spirits there, I think. But it'd be lovely to run with Mike. I've been a big fan of his channel for a long time. I can remember, you know, watching Seth's channel as well when he was mending, I think it was his washing machine or something. I don't know if you guys remember, that was years and years ago. He used to put out videos all the time, and you know, he was getting a couple of 100 views or whatever. And there was one where he was fixing his washing machine. I don't know if you remember that one. That was good fun. Andrew Brown says about ladies 10k record. Yeah, I did see that. Insane. Amazing times those ladies are throwing down there. It's totally incredible. Andrea says bring your body armour if you're heading to the Windy City. I'll be alright. I'll use my English charm. I'll say I was an extra in 4 weddings and a funeral or something like that. Or I personally know Alan Partridge. There you go. I did a gig with him at the Yeovil Aerodrome once. It turned into a bit of a rave. Mark T says, hi Ed, do you ever run in last year's iterations to compare this year's iterations? I'm doing just that right now, Mark, with the Endorphin Pro 2. Sorry, the 1, so I can give you my kind of view on the 2. I think the 2 may have one small advantage really, which is probably going to be the fit of the upper for me, but we shall have to see. So yeah, it's hard to go off memory, though I do keep notes on all the shoes, so I can, you know, scan back through my notes and see what I kind of thought about the shoe on a specific time. I think it's useful to have that. I think just getting the shoe, the shoe and kind of feeling it and stuff, it's going to have changed over time, isn't it? The foam is going to have compressed and packed down a little bit, so they always feel a little bit different. Run Tommy says roses are head, violets are shoe. Sorry, yeah, you're gonna have to try better than that, Run Tommy. Go on. I will come up with a proper. In fact, I could get Miss Sedbud to administer this one. I think that she'd enjoy that. People are coming up with ridiculous poems and things. That would be nice. Thomas Villa says trail snobs. Yeah, I think it's a trail. This big tree roots sticking out. I've fallen over loads of times. It's swampy. There's animals. There's some running water. At times I've had to wade through some mud there and just sort of slide through it. There's some nice sort of little hilly bits. There's some open stuff where it's just grass. There's some gravel. It's got all the hallmarks of a trail. Some people just like to put something negative, don't they? I like to always look on the positive side of things if I can. The glass is half full. It's easy to be negative about stuff and just dismiss people's kind of celebratory sort of vibes, isn't it? It's easy to do that. It takes strength to be gentle and kind, as Morrissey once said, back when he was sort of a bit more reasonable. Chaos says, why do you keep the boxes? Because why not? Why not? I like the boxes. I like them. Leon says, do you prefer the Adios 6 or the Skechers Speed Elite Hyper? I think I need to put a few more miles in the Speed Elite Hyper, but that is a very solid shoe. That's all I'm going to say. I kind of felt like I was running a little bit on... Put it this way, the midsole unit it compresses a lot for me. And I found that it didn't really give back as much as I hoped it would. It's quite different, in fact. I felt it was quite different to the Hyperion Tempo from Brooks. That stuff's different. I'm sure of it. John Smith says he's got the Alpha Flies but wants to buy the Next Percent. Yeah, the Next Percent is... I think it's got a little bit of an edge over the Alpha Fly for me, personally. Hey Eddie, Robin says we need some Midsole Mashers merch. Yeah, I think I'm going to come up with something over the weekend for that. Get some new stuff up and refresh the merchandise up on the channel. I think that would be a good thing to do. So yeah, Midsole Mashers. Midsole Mashers. I like it. I'm not sure how I came up with that. It just sort of came to me from somewhere. Andrew Ross says, hi Ed. He's just done a 28-kilometre run in the Glide Ride 2. Legs felt much better than the same effort last week in the 37s. Yeah, that's good. It's good to hear. I think it'll work. I think it'll be a good shoe. 23mm Roadie says, I see the Metaspeed Edge is now on sale. And they now have some availability. Given your preference for some road feel, is this a yay or nay? Yeah, this is it. I always find myself sort of moving towards the shoes that have a little bit more road feel. The only one that's really been different to that, perhaps, was the Next Percent, which just really does work. It really does work for me. I remember I run that marathon just on my own, just to see if I could do it, last October or whatever it was. I was in the Next Percent, and yeah, I was back running the next day. So that says a lot about that shoe, I think. What did I do? 3 hours 23, something like that. I think I stopped a couple of times as well at like my little aid station that I'd made for myself, just to get some more supplies and fill my bottle up and stuff. So it wasn't like I was hammering it or anything. But yeah, that was what I preferred there. Steve says, is the mixer made by Purringer? It's an old Gemini mixer as well. I used to use... I can mix and kind of, a bit of a turntablist as well as one of my other skills. I haven't done any of that for a while. But yeah, that was a mixer I used to use for that. It was nice. Really nice crossfader on that one. I'm very tempted that Technics are re-releasing a silver SL2000 soon. I really want to get those back again. I had to sell them at some point. to pay for some things while I was going through a separation, and yeah, I wish I'd never sold them. They were in perfect condition, those SL1200s as well. I still have nightmares about that. Stephen Jones says, "Hi Ed, what do you think of the FBR no heel shoes?" Yeah, I remember those. They were crazy with no heel. I think it was it the Running Channel did like a review of them, and yeah, I'm not sure where I stand on that. No pun intended, really. It's an odd thing. I haven't seen them again. You know, it's not like you see them around all the time. Maybe they were a sort of, you know, a prototype sort of thing. Scotty B says, "Hi Ed, checking in from hot 34C Minnesota. Oh, blimey. Only warm weather running tips. I divert off the road to engage a sprinkler." Yeah, I did ask a guy earlier to spray me with a hose pipe because he was hosing down some cars. So I went, "Hey mate, over here," and he managed to spray me a little bit, which was nice. I don't know. I think getting out there actually and just getting used to the temperature is the only way. I think hiding indoors, I don't think it works all that well. I think you've got to just get out and sort of soak it up. I bet that's what Kipchoge says. He goes, "Come on lads, let's get out there." "Oh, but it's too hot, Elliot." And they're like, "Oh, come on. No human is limited." That's what he says to them. Get out there. Get your shoes on and get out there. "Oh, my next percent are all dirty from the compacted trail." Oh, just come on. You should have cleaned them yesterday. I told you to do that. No humans limited. Noel says, "I don't think Americans are familiar with Alan Partridge." They should be. Alan Partridge is a legend. He's an absolute legend. Foot like a traction engine. Nick says, "Ran in the Adios 6 today. Definitely not an easy day shoe." Yeah, I don't know. I kind of found them fine really, for just sort of an easier pace. They just sort of handle it quite well. I find them quite versatile. Mark T says, "Do you ever do track running?" The club have a track sort of session on a Friday, and I'd love to get back to that at some point and see what I can do actually over sort of like 400 or 200. Young Ed used to do the 100 and 200, and I was pretty decent there. And my cousin Paul, actually, he was a really good runner at the 100 meters. He had a real turn of pace. He's much shorter than me, and a lot of drive. So yeah, it'd be fun to get back and see what I can do on those. Maybe I'll try and sign up this week to do the Friday session. Andrew Ross says, "Can we have a 360 look around your studio? It's a bit of a mess at the moment. This is the clear area here. But yeah, we're going to have a tidy up. Everything's going to have to be stripped out. I've got some new carpet to come in and some new furniture, and I just haven't sort of got around to doing it yet." Release the beast. Aunt Tifa says, "Yeah, the beast is just asleep, and I'm not sure why it's down in that small little cubby hole that it's in, but it's happy enough." Greg Previtt says that Power Run PB certainly has an aroma to it. It really does. The title of this one today was Racing Returns, guys. I don't know if you've seen the UK, but there is a bit of a issue that they may delay this sort of eventual unlocking. We're kind of still in a partial lockdown here, and there's a lot of races where they were hoping to have these like a normal start to the race rather than these staggered starts. And one of the races I am signed up for, the Martok 10K in July, it does look now that it could go to a staggered start. So you've got to submit like a finish time or an approximate finish time. So I'm looking at it thinking, right, this is pretty much a flat 10K course. It's not like the Trading Estate loop that I've been using recently, where I managed to do 41, I think it's 41.17 for the 10K. So I'm thinking on a flat course with, you know, not an awful lot of elevation whatsoever, what can I actually achieve? I can't remember the exact amount of elevation on the on that PB on the 10K. But then again, you see, that was a while back now. That was November. So what can I do now? I'm not sure. You know, can I get towards 40, maybe 40 minutes 30, something like that? It'd be interesting to see. So I'm probably going to put down like 41 minutes as a, you know, expected. I'd be pretty upset if I didn't get around that. And yeah, that'll be my goal, I suppose. So I want to slightly alter the training now. I think I've got about 3 weeks to go before that one's on, so it's probably about right to make sure I dial in the pace I want. But yeah, there's not an awful lot of elevation on that Martok 10k. I can understand why they're going to do that and delay things a little bit, and certainly races will be affected by that, and of course part runs and stuff like that will also be affected. I can't see those coming back if they don't. Someone's put there, Matt reckons sub 40, thinking 38.50. Blimey, if I can do that, that'd be insane. I'd be really happy with that, Matt. I think that'd be the upper limit for me, maybe. What shoe do I go for? I mean, that 41.17 was in the Adidas Pro. So I can't remember why it was I wore that shoe that day. It worked pretty well. Ah, there you go. Andy says my 10k had 82 meters elevation. Thank you, Andy, for finding that one. Yeah, this Martok one's next to nothing. I don't think it's very flat. In a nice sort of country lanes and stuff as well. I don't think any of it's on sort of single path, so there's no chance of traffic and all that. Plus, it's a proper closed off sort of thing. Yeah, it is a bit strange. Pursue purpose, where they've got those other things, but you can't race outdoors. Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from with that one. Matt's saying go with the next percent. What else do you think I should go for, guys? Pursue Purpose says, Ed's okay to use a Float Ride Energy 3 for everything. I think you could use it for most stuff. I'm not sure I'd want to race in it. Not sure I'd race in that shoe, but yeah, I'd certainly use it for a majority of training and stuff. Run some fast miles in that shoe. So it's a nice one. It's a nice shoe. Good for the summer as well. Pretty breathable. Yeah, I'm not going to pick B stuff at the moment. It doesn't look. It's just not looking like it wants to be picked up. I'm just going to leave the cat down there for the moment. Especially considering that I'm wearing a t-shirt and you know it might not be happy. John Paul Gillett says, I told you those Infinity Run React 2 would go straight to the outlets, dead on arrival. No, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that one. That was a good shoe, good lockdown, good sort of daily kind of vibe with that. Mitch says, what's the shoe on the right? So I guess on the right of me, you must mean the Glide Ride 2 from ASICS, that one. The ASICS have actually sent that directly to me, so it'd be interesting to test it out and compare it up against the original version, see how we get on. Dean Morgan says, Ed, what's your go-to running watch? I'm using the 245 Forerunner from Garmin at the moment. I have been using the Pace 2, although I've got to send that back to Coros very soon. I think there's something else in the pipeline possibly though. So I have enjoyed their watches, and I have actually purchased a Pace 2 as well. Sorry, this is the Apex, sorry. I've purchased a Pace 2 because I still want a Coros watch in my lineup. I really, really like that watch. Just does the trick, does everything you need it to do, and is super light as well. Makbul says, what shoe do I usually wear casually for long walks like travelling or shopping? Interesting. I've got a lot of casual shoes as well. I'm a bit of a collector of the Jordans. I really like at the moment, Makbul, the LeBron 17. That is a superbly cushioned shoe, and I like kind of hanging out in that shoe. It just looks the part. I've got the Command Force version, which is this mad mishmash of colours, and they're kind of different on each shoe. Really like that shoe. But I really like the Blazer as well from Nike. That's a nice shoe just for throwing on and It holds up really well over time as well. Easy to clean too. Good shoe. Persona says, catching you live, Ed. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. We've got about 10 minutes left of the live stream here, so any more questions, please put a Q and let me know there, guys. And if you're in the chat as well and you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. It really does help to get us out to more people on the World Wide Web. I like that phrase. Proper Web 1.0, that, when the web was a static thing. You had to like upload changes to your pages. That was a cool time. It's exciting. Matt says, I did a 41.35 10k in the endorphin speed. Yeah, I used to run quick in the speed. I mean, the tempo next percent, I can run like the wind in that shoe. I'm still toying with the idea of getting a custom version of those, an EDDBUD. I made one, the After 8 Dinner Mint version, which was like sort of like black and green, with some white parts on it as well. Maybe I'll do that, because that shoe really works for me. It really does. Andy Young says, is the Rebel V2 outsole durable? It's holding up pretty well, Matt. Andy even. It's holding up well. I don't think you'll have any problems there. It's looking pretty good. Mark T says, can we talk cadence? I naturally run at 190 to 210. I know that's high. Yeah, for me, if I was going to race or something, I'm probably into about 184. Bear in mind, though, I've got super long giraffe-style legs. A bit like Andy, the FOD runner, although I can't run anywhere near as fast as Andy. That man is like a lightning bolt compared to me. I think he's got a few years on me, though. He's a bit younger, you know. But yeah, we always feel those questions about cadence and stuff. And yeah, it's a bit odd. When you look at that, people say, oh, you know, cadence is too low. But when you've got these massive legs, you know, it's harder to, you know, get the movement going. Pursue Purpose says, great question, Chris. Happens too often. Oh, it's gone. I don't know where. Why is it out of the whole world of flyers to go straight into a runner's eyeball? Yeah, it happens all the time to me. That's why I wear the shades most of the time, even when it's raining. Let's see what else we've got here. Yeah, it's monitoring cadence. I tend to stick it on. I've got cadence there on both watches, and I just got to keep track of it. I know roughly where I'm going to be on certain paces and things, and I tend to look out for those. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Apex myself. Pursue Purpose. It's a great watch. Do like Koros. Simple controls as well. Very intuitive in terms of the interface as well. It doesn't take you long to learn it, and I think that's good. You don't want to be messing around learning functions and features and stuff. Just want to get out there and run, don't you? At the end of the day. Patrick says hi from Dublin. Quandary you could help me with. Half marathon June the 20th, so first race. Few runs out in the Puma Deviate Nitro, but with heel chafing. Could have a pair of endorphin speeds by Tuesday. I would grab the speed, yes. I think you'll enjoy them. I don't think you'll have any problems with heel chafing on that one. It's the major issue there with the Puma shoes. For some people, does seem to cause them some rubbing in the heel. So the speed is a great shoe. It's probably a lot of people's favourite shoe of last year, and continues to be their favourite shoe this year as well. So yeah, I'd give it a shot, Patrick. I don't think you'll be sad getting that one into your rotation. And best of luck with that half marathon. I do wish you all the best. Go for it. Sauron says, hi Ed, getting in the live stream. Greetings from Texas. You seem to have some fans here in Texas. Yeah, it does appear that way. There's lots of people there. Any thoughts of traveling to the States for a race? Yeah, I'd love to go to the States. Some places I want to see. Some like famous sort of things that are associated with my other endeavours as well, music and stuff. So I would like to get over there. And some good buddies over there too. I'd love to meet up with Mr. Burmaster and also with Kafuzi too, and get some running footage, and just hang out and have some food and beer. It'll be good. Pursue Purpose says only 108 watching and 60 likes. Come on, people! Awesome. Thanks for the rooster booster. Weekend Kicks says hi. I got the Saucony Triumph and worried it's given me some IT band issues on the long runs due to the weight. Yeah, I mean the Rebel 2, it's going to be less stable, but certainly an awful lot lighter. So it might be worth giving it a go. Joe Vincent says, how's the Adios 6 on the trail? Not sure I take it on the trail. It sucks up a few stones in the back. It's certainly a road and sort of pavement shoe for me, that one. I'm not going to take that one too much on the trail. Robin says, the smelliest shoe that I've ever tested would be the Pegasus 36 Shield. That shoe, it was like wearing like a, I don't know, like some sort of like woolly jumper on your foot surrounded with neoprene, and it just smelled terrible even after about 30 or 40 miles. So that was the smelliest one that I've ever worn. I have a particularly pungent pair of Jordan 1s as well that I haven't actually worn. They're just like in the box. I'm going to wear them soon, and you can smell them when you go in the room. It's really odd. Or maybe the Innovate shoes are very smelly, but in a kind of nice way. I kind of like the graphene and the rubber. It's a yeah. Less said about that, the better, I think. Pursue Purpose says he's done a video on the Energy 3, the best budget trainer ever owned. Yeah, I think it certainly is up there with some of the best budget shoes. Matt says Cadence may be low, but the stride is huge. On the other end, short legs, kicking like a duck in a pond. Yeah, this is it. I can really lift the knee up, and now I've got some better hip mobility. It's made a massive difference, and I've got Mr. Burmaster to thank for that. He gave me some really good advice a while back, and that's helped a huge amount doing some of those. I'll tell you what, they really do bring a tear to the eye doing some of those hip mobility things, but it works. It really does, guys. You should look into that. Patrick says, thanks for your advice. Love your shows and reviews. Awesome. Thanks for tuning in, Patrick. Again, go for it on half marathon. Hope goes well for you. Just do a couple more questions. Pursue Purpose. Question: if you were to only wear one trainer brand for the rest of your time, what brand would it be? All my PBs, I think, at the moment are in Adidas shoes, so I'm going to go Adidas. They've always treated me well. They seem to work well for me. So I'll go with that. And John says, I enjoy watching your videos. Cheers for letting me know about the Nike Pegasus 36. I run well with them. Awesome. Glad they're working out for you. Right, guys, I'm going to call this one. Thanks for tuning in, everyone that's been in the chat. It's been really great conversing with you, and also for those super chats as well. It really does help the channel out loads. I cannot stress that enough, guys. Helps us to keep moving forward, adding in some new shoes to the lineup here and there, and yeah, getting some new tech and bits and bobs and stuff just to keep things fresh. If you're in the chat and you haven't done so, please give us a like. It does help out. Goodbye, everybody. Please stay safe, enjoy your running, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Oh, P.S. there's a video launching in about 10 minutes, about 10 minutes time, so make sure you're ready on the old comments, so you can get the first comment. I know it's a bit of a game. I always put the medals in there as well for the first three for the podium people. So yeah, take care, everybody. My name's EDDBUD, and I'll be seeing you.